Guys, it's Alex, and today I'm doing like a little sit-down video, and it's like a little bit of an FTM, like testosterone update. And the reason why I'm doing this so soon is because things got a little bit fucked up this week. So like my schedule or routine is a little bit messed up, but yeah, I'll explain it. Anyways, let me just basically tell you guys what happened this week and what happened with my shot and why I couldn't get it and whatever. So anyways, on Tuesday we went to go get my testosterone at the pharmacy, like we always do, because I always get it the day before I have to take it. So when we went to the pharmacy, they told me that my insurance didn't cover my testosterone, which was weird because I've never had a problem with it for the entire month that I've been on it. Well, over a month. And then they were basically just saying that they couldn't give it to me, and I was gonna see if they would let me pay like them straight up, so I didn't have to use the insurance, and I'd just pay them cash this time around until I figured out my insurance situation. And then they were telling me that they couldn't do that either because they couldn't even get my prescription like processed in order to even give it to me. So here it is. It was Tuesday, we couldn't do anything about it, and then the pharmacy was closing and we had no idea what we were supposed to do, so we had to call them again on Wednesday. Here it was on my shot day, and we had so much to do Wednesday. I had to go to my doctor's, which is like over half an hour away. Thank God we were already like in that part of the state. We had to go to my gender doctor and talk to his nurse, and basically she had to explain the whole thing to us, that it wasn't the insurance that it wasn't covering, that it was the nurse that trained me how to take my first shot. She got my entire dosage messed up, but I was taking more of the dosage than I was actually supposed to, so my doctor wasn't able to change my prescription to what I was already taking. So what they had to do is they had to cut it in half. So obviously that was not exactly the best experience, because I'm used to taking the 1 ml, which is 200 milligrams every other week, and my body was used to that. So what they had to do is I was supposed to be on the 0.5 ml, which is 100 milligrams every other week, and I guess that was because of my weight and my size, and they were going to check my testosterone levels, like my hormone levels, in 2 months after I've been on T, to see how they're doing and possibly up my dose, and if not, on the 4-month mark they were more than likely going to up it. So what he had to do is he had to cut it in half, and I had to go back in 6 weeks to figure out, to be able to hopefully get back on the 1 ml, if not, maybe on the 4-month mark. And so then I couldn't take my shot on Wednesday, because by the time we got it figured out, we didn't even get it fully figured out on Wednesday. We didn't actually get the whole thing processed until Thursday, which was a day late. The nurse told me that I wouldn't have like problems, because since I was on a higher dose than what I was supposed to be on, that my testosterone levels and stuff wouldn't go down for another week afterwards. But I don't think she knew anything that she was talking about, because I definitely felt, just not even long after I normally take my shot, I usually take it on noon, 3-4 hours later, I could feel my levels dropping, withdrawal symptoms. So my emotions were so like bad. They were everywhere. 1 minute I felt like I was gonna fucking cry. Next minute I felt outraged, pissed. And then I fucking felt like almost had no emotion. You would think that I was fucking pregnant. How many emotions I had going through my body at one time. It was bad. And come Thursday, my emotions were worse. Like, the withdrawal symptoms were bad. And the nurse told me that I would be fine for up to at least a week without my shot. And I bet you if I told them that my levels were dropping like that, they would have been like, oh, you're just over-exaggerating it. I wasn't overthinking or over-exaggerating it. I wouldn't, like, make my emotions all fucked up like that. It really fucks with your emotions, because your body's used to being on a set schedule, and it was used to being on a certain dose. So even though I was taking half a dose and I still got some of the dose in my body, I still have some withdrawal symptoms. Like, my body, no matter how much sleep I can get, I'm so overtired. Like, my body's weak and tired. And I think it's going to be like that until I get used to being on the half dose again, which is going to really fucking suck, but I have to deal with it until they can hopefully up my dose. But they said that I was having a little bit more changes than I would have if I was on the dose I was supposed to be on. Like, my voice has gotten more deeper than I thought that it would have, even though it's hardly gotten deep. In my perspective, I have hardly noticed it. I have noticed a slight change, but it's not really that much of a change. But that's also me. My neck has definitely gotten thicker, and I've gotten a lot more body hair, and my shoulders got a little bit wider, but
and
like,
you got taller.
and my girlfriend thinks I got taller, but I can't really say other than I got taller. She could have shrunk, so I don't know. I feel like the same exact height, and I basically am the same height. I may have gotten possibly an inch taller, but there's no saying whether or not that's true. But I know I've definitely been gaining weight, and yeah. But anyways, one thing that I'm going to tell you guys, that nurse that was figuring out about getting like my testosterone so I didn't have to wait another 2 weeks, because I would not have been able to go 2 weeks without it. She has her daughter, because they're trans, MTF, what she said to me, and honestly, it offended me in a way, because it's basically almost like she's saying she doesn't support her child. She said that her son is going through the same thing except with estrogen. And literally the only thing I could think of in the moment was like, you mean your daughter? Like, if your son is on estrogen, then it's your daughter now, and they're going to be a female, you call them your daughter. And it kind of got to me a little bit, because does she not support trans people? Why is she working with trans people if she doesn't support them, you know? But yeah, that's just basically how my week's been. It's been fucking crazy, and I'm so glad that I got my testosterone thing figured out, even though I'm not exactly thrilled about my dose being cut in half. But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just gonna have to deal with it for at least another month or more, 6 weeks. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated as much as possible on that whole situation. But anyways, I hope you guys like this little update video. I know you guys like knowing stuff about my transition and everything, and I felt this was kind of important towards my transitioning. So anyways, yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. At some point I want to do a Q&A video, so if you guys can ask questions on on my social media or down in the comments, that would be awesome. I don't know when we're going to do that video, but I'm thinking somewhere in the near future. And don't forget to subscribe, because I post videos every week, and there's 2 videos for you guys this week, so